Hello the internet, it's Viperion here once again playing Minecraft, and that's not mine, that's mine, this is mine, yeah that's definitely mine. This is my new server. Said in the last episode I've applied for a couple of servers, I did get accepted to one, and so this episode is going to be a little bit of an introduction to the server, and a little bit of the introduction about what I'm going to do here, and so on and so forth. But first, my house! Dun, 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 dun. Obviously not built. Aside from anything else, it doesn't have a roof yet. But I have my little garden going here. We've got potatoes here. We've got this. Bonus points for people who can figure out what this is. I'm sure you all know. And doors. And a little bit of a proto storage room and down to my mine here, which I'll show you in a little bit. So this is 1.8, as I'm sure you can tell. Bit of granite there, bit of diorite there. I think that's diorite. Hang on, let me get this right. Andesite, got it wrong. Diorite's the white stuff. Cool. So, this is going to be my house. There's an entrance chamber here. There'll be a second floor. It's probably going to go a lot out that way. Someone else's building is over there. I'm not sure whose that is. But we'll go have a look at that a little later. But first I'll take you on a tour around Spawn Town. So I've built this little road here with little bits of leftover granite and diorite and cobblestone. We've got sheep in the cow pen, and the chicken in the cow pen. Chickens and cows and sheep all over here. And when you spawn somewhere in this area around here. Now when I first came in, I was over here by the furnace tree, which has a whole lot of furnaces and not much coal, and there's a crafting table tree over there, which leads to Tebig and Camp's Shack and Shaft. Now Camp is the admin, Camp Chris, or Chris Camp, one or the other. He runs the show, and yeah, seems to be doing alright. And they, as it turns out, have a mine underneath here, which goes down here, goes a little bit this way, and goes all the way over to my house, which you can just see through there. So actually, when I started doing my mine, when I got down to y equals 11 to try and get some diamonds, it had already been cleared out by Chris and co. So I've gone further in that direction. We've got an enchanting area here with an anvil. Everyone, when they first join the server over here, gets a sign. No, gets their own ender chest, which is nice. So you can stick things in your ender chest, obviously, and you can have access to them all over the place. So this is what's in my ender chest at the moment. I got diamonds a couple of days ago. I've been on the server for about 4 or 5 days, doing quite a bit of mining, and a little bit of exploring as well. So we've got the enchanting table over here. I have a... what is my sword? Power something? Unbreaking 2, sharpness 2 on my sword, and it's just an efficiency axe which is about to run out. So I haven't done too much enchanting. I did get up to level 25 at one point, but then I got killed by a creeper and lost it all. So I'm slowly getting back up there, and I'll do some more enchanting when I get back to 30. We've got some potatoes here. We've got some pumpkins here that I planted a couple of days ago. I went exploring and found some pumpkins, so brought them back and planted those. We've got an egg farm down in here. And there's a little bit of a house over here. Now the last time I looked at this, this was much like my house in that it didn't have a roof. Looks like it has one now though. It does. A cobblestone roof. And this goes down into here, and it's someone else's mine. Mossy. I'm not sure who Mossy is, I haven't seen them, but they go all the way down there. So this is Mossy's house, such as it is. Oops. And over in this direction, go for a bit of a run, There's a horse there. There's more horses away in the plains just on that outside of where my house is. We have a castle up there. Pretty cool looking. And I think it's Chris that's working on this as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like this area here. It starts off in a birch forest. Then we have a roof forest over that way. There's a regular forest a little bit further over that way, so you can get your normal oak over there. And you may have seen when you were looking at my house before, I just charge over this way. Over this way where my house is, past all the animals, take a left-hand turn. Over this way, through here, we have, come on, run, a mesa, which is cool. And it's very, very big. Now we do have a world border installed for this world. I'm not sure how quickly it's moving. Currently the world border, or as of last night anyway, the entire world was about 670 blocks side to side in both directions. And so, yeah, we have roof forest, we have mesa, we don't actually have desert, but we have all the sand here, so that's cool. We have normal forest, we have birch forest. There is no jungle currently on the map, and there is no swamp on the map at the moment. But on the western edge of the map, over that way, you can see a swamp beyond the world border. So when the world border expands to that, then we'll have access to the swamp. And it's just about to get dark, so I'll just charge back and jump into bed. So we have clay, we have gravel, we have dirt, we have all types of wood except jungle and acacia. Haven't found a savanna. Well, there is no savanna on the map. I've been pretty much everywhere there is to go so far. So hopefully we'll run into an acacia savanna at some point. There's a swamp coming up, so that gives us access to vines. Yeah, so it's a really nice area because you have little bits of everything. I got some cactus from that desert that I was just over from the mesa and brought that back so I can grow some cactus for some green dye because I needed green dye to make this fella. I've also been mucking around with my banner. A few episodes ago now I said that I was looking for help in creating a banner. I got a massive 0 responses to that. So I've tried to design my own banner. It's kind of good, but I need some vine to finish it off, to do the last little bit. So I'm waiting until the border expands. I'll just charge across this way. Waiting until the border expands into that swamp. I'll go have a look actually and see how much further it is. If it's only expanding at two blocks a day, it'll be about a month before we can actually get to the swamp. Hopefully it's expanding a bit faster than that. But you can see here that there's plenty of trees. There were horses in this plain a while back. There's a bunny rabbit. There's a horse over in the background there. So if I find a saddle, I can come and get myself a horse. I love horses. You don't really need a horse right at the moment, but just because the border is so close. But eventually we will do. So I'll be able to get a horse from there. There's the border coming up. And yeah, so that's the border. The swamp is over this way a little bit. Yeah, so it's a cool area. Obviously there's, with the roof forest, you get the big mushrooms. Don't have the blue orchids again because we don't have access to the swamp yet, but that's going to come. So yeah, there's nice things. There's at least one mine shaft, and there may in fact be two, just in this small area of map. That guy's base in the mesa that you may have seen a little while ago. There's a big pit down in his base which leads down to a mine shaft. Now where are we in here? This is Z, right? No, this is X. And we're at negative 646. think it's expanding. I think that was about 640 odd. So maybe it's, and that was yesterday, so maybe it's 5 a day, so it won't be too long. There's the swamp out that way. Doesn't look like it's a particularly big one, but I can see the vines from here, which is kind of frustrating. But that's alright. So, that's the server. I'll quickly go back to my base and show you what my mine looks like. It's not very exciting, it's just a strip mine. But when I get down there, I will get back to my base. I'll restart the video and show you my mine. Okay, back soon. Alrighty, so back at my base. Didn't take too long. I just didn't want to bore you guys with running back. So we'll go down to my mine. So I just dug down this way, and originally I had gone down to here, down to 23 or 24 or something like that, and I dug a little bit of an area out here and a little bit down that way and a little bit down that way, and then I went down here and started to go this way and this way, but I found when I got down not too much further here that someone had been here already, and that level there is 11, and that's been pretty well cleared out by camp, which was fine. So all I did was should have taken a left turn at Albuquerque. So instead of turning left down here or up here, I just turned right instead, went down this way, hitting my head on the stairs as you do. Went down to here, went over this way just a bit, filled this in. This was lava here, a little bit of it left there. Decided I wanted to go far, far away from where Chris had gone and set up a little area in here. So this has just got cobblestone left in it. I've taken everything else up to the surface, but I went down that way a little bit, well, more than a little bit. Went all the way down here and did some mining, and each of these is 30 deep, and I'm only doing them with two apart so that I can see all of the blocks between them. So this is at 23, I think, yeah, level 23. So then I went down to the end here, went down 4 blocks, so this is 19, and I'm currently in the process of filling out this one, and I started at the other end down there, and I've got as far as this before my pick ran out, and I decided that I'd had enough. So again, each of these goes 30 down that way. I've been picking up a fair bit of stuff from here, but the interesting thing is I found this little cave in here. My original area is just up there, but through here I found that mineshaft. Now I've labelled it. I suspect there's a zombie behind there. I suspect that there is, this is the same mineshaft that links up in the mesa, because again the area isn't that big. Are you going to come say hello, somebody? No? Maybe not. So I suspect eventually I will link up with this area that's in the mesa, but up until then I'm going to muck around in the mineshaft and see what I can find. Hopefully I'll find a chest with a saddle in it. And we're back to my area here. So essentially that's what I've done so far on the server. I'm going to head back up to my house, and then we'll sort out what we're going to do from here. So I've got quite a bit more mining to do. So that level I'm clearing out now is at level 19, and I want to do another one at level 15 and another one at level 11, and that should give me all of the resources I could ever need, and hopefully including diamonds. I've only got 5 diamonds so far, and the only reason I've got those is because I didn't fall into a hole. I discovered a hole, and went down to the hole, and that went down to about Y11, I think it was, and from there I saw some diamonds that were just hanging out by the lava, so I managed to dig those out. So those of you who are familiar with cartoons, hopefully this is vaguely recognizable as a cartoon character. I think it is. So my plan for this place is I'm going to have a big sort of reception area here. It's not where my bed's going to end up, it's just where it is at the moment. And then the second floor, which is probably going to be about 6 or 7 blocks high, is just going to be glass, so you can look down at this from the second floor. I'm probably going to expand this area out to here at least, and I'm probably going to go back this way as well, at least to where the cacti are. So what I eventually want to do is have a room probably down in here, since it's down already, or I'm just going to plant a whole bunch of trees and have trees growing inside. I'm going to set up an automated wheat farm like I have in my single player world, so that's going to get replaced with carrots when eventually we get carrots. Now I haven't seen any carrots anywhere on the server yet. I actually don't know where you get carrots from, except occasionally zombies drop them. I'm sure there are other ways to get carrots, and then when we've got carrots we can start harvesting bunnies possibly. So we'll see what happens on there. I'm certainly not going to go full automated like the guys on the Minecraft server do. They go a bit nuts for that sort of thing. So yeah, that is the server, but by way of introduction, I'm just going to keep playing here for a little bit. I won't bore you with details of the mining, and if anything exciting comes up, I will let you know. Now, one thing you may have noticed is I have double opening doors, and it works on both buttons as well. Took me forever to figure this out, and it's actually quite simple, as it turns out. There is just, when you push that button, that block gets powered. So I've got some redstone dust underneath it, and then I've got a little square pattern of redstone here, and it goes along under here, and it does the same thing here. And the redstone is short. Now it's getting dark again. The redstone is short enough that one pulse is enough to travel all the way through the redstone, and then it powers the block underneath the door. So pushing the button opens both doors. That actually turned out to be quite simple. I tried to do it with repeaters, and then got one door opening slightly before the other, and I tried to get fancy with it. I tried to do it with levers and then pressure plates, and it just wasn't working. But eventually I just a button and some redstone dust, and we got it done. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know, and I'll bust into it and have a look. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll just leave it as is. So I will say goodbye for now. I'm just going to disappear down into my mines and do some mining, and then I will be back if and when I find anything interesting. Catch you later. Alrighty, we're back. Done a little bit more mining. I finished off my 19 level, this one here, that's all done now. And so I've gone down here to level 15 and started mining this one out. I started from the other end, and so it's going to go all the way down to about here, and I've started doing this before my pick ran out. So I've been mining for, I don't know, 40 minutes or so, and this is essentially what I've collected. So I've got some iron. I did start with some iron, so I'm not sure how much extra iron I've got. 30 gold, 35 redstone, 52 lapis, a bunch of coal, and some incidental bits of rock. I'm not mining all these sorts of areas out here, so I'm going through these and I'll see the andesite here and the diorite here and all that sort of stuff. I'm only mining what's directly in my way. So if I need more, I can go and get some more. So that was okay. I'm starting to run into redstone now, of course, since I'm at level 15. It's possible I will start getting diamonds at this level. Unlikely, though. It's probably the next one down, level 11, where I'm going to get most of my diamonds. So, nothing particularly of note. I haven't run into any caves. I've hit a bit more lava, but that's fine. So I'm just going to head back to my base and put all the stuff away, put the important stuff in the ender chest. I'm going to head across to spawn, because I did leave a message on the message board we've got there to see if anyone else has any vines, so I can finish off my banner. I suspect there are no vines currently on the server. I'm pretty sure there's no swampy areas, and there's definitely no jungle. What time of day is it? It's daytime! Hooray. So I don't think anyone is going to have any vines. But you never know, so I will put all this stuff away, put that in there for now as well. And we'll head over to that one. Head over to town and see if anyone's left a message on the board for me. That's a lot less cows. Someone's been here. There's no one on at the lot more cows than that before. Oh well. Yep, okay. That's fine. Well, that means someone's been on, so hopefully they have left a message for me here. Getting a bit hungry too. Eat a chicken when I get there. How the pumpkin's doing? Yeah, the pumpkin's all... Ooh, that's... Okay, anyone have any vines? Need one. There's a swamp just that was me. Got no vines as of yet. Watered water should expand about 10 to 12 blocks a day, so trying to get it right. Anyone got melon seeds? Cool. So 10 to 12 blocks a day. It might only be 2 or 3 days before I can get to those vines, so that's cool. Right, I'll eat. And I will knock those signs down and put up a reply for here. No melons I've seen. We'll get vines myself. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so there has been a reply, so that's good. Pumpkins are growing, and they're all growing in what I consider to be the right direction. That one's obviously going to grow that way, and those ones are too. And that one can't grow in water, so that's good. Alrighty, so I think that will about do it for this. I'm planning on having lots of adventures on this map. Obviously the world border constricts that a little bit, but just while I'm doing all this mining and getting resources and bits and pieces, the world border is not going to matter too much anyway. So I'll keep an eye out for that. I'm going to build more on my house. I have reasonably grand plans, but what I haven't done is actually done a plan, which I might figure something out. Do something a bit more organised for my storage room, something with perhaps a little bit of redstone in it, some kind of sorting system, although they tend to be somewhat bulky, and I don't really want to have, 6 thick walls. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm going to put a second story in here with a glass floor so you can look down on that. I'm going to put a tree farm in here. I think I'll probably leave it at that level and then build a roof across to here, because I think that's enough for tall trees. Excuse me. Possibly not dark oak. Dark oak can grow quite tall. So I'll do some investigation to see how big that needs to be, but that's fine. And I'll probably move my cacti down into there as well. And yeah, when I get some carrots are going in there. Yeah, so stuff and things. Thanks for watching. I will be on again reasonably soon with Viperion Jr., who's also been accepted into the server. And so we're going to have a few adventures there. I'm not sure what he wants to do. We'll figure something out, whether he wants to build his own house or build part of my house with me, or whatever he wants to do. So that'll be the next video. Hopefully this one will be up in sort of hopefully the 26th, 27th of September. You should be watching this. And then the one with Viperion Jr. I'll try and get up on the 28th and 29th. So until then, have fun, but not too much, and keep mining. And see you later. Bye.